Okay, got a little something different for you today. Instead of looking at a comic, we're going to look at an illustrated book. For those of you who've been following my channel, I've been really into The Great Gatsby for the last year or so. Getting some graphic novels, and I decided to get an illustrated version of it. And this is a really, really nice book design and illustrations in here. The lead is great book design, ruined by terrible binding. Look, it's got this nice gold ink on it. The main problem is this binding is glued straight across. Look at that. It doesn't bend. The binding doesn't bend at all, and the book doesn't stay open. Try to get this book to stay open, and it doesn't. Which makes it really hard to read. I mean, I started reading it, and I just got fatigued holding the book open. Because look how fast that snaps shut. That's crazy how you have to hold it with both hands with a lot of strength in order to keep it open. Otherwise, it just snaps right shut. But the rest of it is terrific. I really like this cover. It's got gold... some gold line on it. It's got gloss in different places. Is that focusing? Let's see. Let me hit the focus button. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. Now you can see the gloss. And I just think this is really nice type design. It says in the beginning, where is it? I like this end paper too. Cover, book design, and illustrations by Catherine Galloway English. There's her name right there. If it'll focus on it. Oh well, Catherine Galloway English. But there's only 4 illustrations in it. We get a nice illustration of Gatsby looking out over to the green light, and this is funny too because the book actually describes him as reaching awkwardly for the green light. And every illustration and film I've seen of this, just because this is when you first see Gatsby in the book, is he's reaching for that light. And I'm glad she didn't make him reaching for the light here, because that never works visually. To have the first view of someone awkwardly reaching for a green light is just kind of like, It's always awkward. So I like that illustration with the green light in the background, the moon up there. I think it does a good job. Let's see, the second illustration is, of course, of one of the parties. There's Gatsby in his white suit in the middle of the party. It's not focusing, this silly thing. There we go. I got to hit that button and it might focus. Oh, well, it's only focusing down here. We'll go with that. But I like this illustration too. A lot of fun. Could have had some more figures down here, but it's still good. Then what do I have? Oh, I have it. There's some nice I actually like the font they picked too, and there's some nice design work on the edges. And there's some nice design work. This is, if I can hold it open. They've got some nice sort of minimalist Art Deco design on the chapter headings. That's real nice. The amount of strength it takes to keep this open is crazy. I mean, the weight of my hand won't even do it. I've got to press in order to keep this open. That's nuts. And then the third illustration, once again, showing you this is tough, is Gatsby's car, and of course no illustrator or filmmaker can resist the eyeglasses sign. That there's an old dilapidated sign for an eyeglass place in this in the book, and it's like no one can resist that visual. So there it is. There's George Wilson's garage. This is a kind of symbolic one. Let's see, the last one we have is a funeral, and that one's pretty well done. I'm telling you, I am tempted to just rip out the illustrations and throw away the rest of the book. That's how terrible the binding is on this book. I mean, it's just, you can't read it. It's kind of crazy. Love that cover. I love the book design. I love the illustrations. But it's marred by this terrible, terrible binding. And it's got a $25 cover price. Blackstone is the publisher. I got it for about $15 on Amazon. And I really, really love this cover. So to me, it was worth it just for this cover. But it's certainly not a good reading copy. So there you go. Little Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald for you.